Hi, I'm Amy Smith, curator of the Your Museum, and in every talk I give, I like to highlight something you can see on display in the museum, especially our pots. With this video, however, I want to do a call out to our interns, many of whom have come to us through the Erasmus program, who've been central to our work and our community of scholars over the years. This emerges from research done in 2016 by Poppy Katsataki, a student from Rethymno in Crete, who was interested in Cretan antiquity and shared with us a recipe first found in Homer's Iliad for energy bars, nowadays popular among modern Greeks who call them pasteli. It's an easy recipe and it makes a yummy, healthy snack. Also a good antidote to the symposium, about which I spoke earlier this week, with its emphasis on drink, not to mention sacrifice, with its emphasis on meat. Those were special events for and with the gods. Meat was very expensive, so rarely eaten. Even the snacks at symposia, chestnuts, beans, toasted wheat, or honey cakes, were a bit healthier, perhaps for individuals as for the world. Two ancient Greek religions, Orphicism and Pythagoreanism, suggested a different way of life based on purification and even vegetarianism. Athletes might bulk up on meat. The Olympic wrestling champion Milo of Croton, for example, was said to eat 20 pounds of meat and 20 pounds of bread to drink 8 quarts of wine each day. But in the main, like the runner on this fragmentary kylix in the Ur Museum, they stuck with a bean, seed, and nut diet that was super healthy. And much Greek cuisine depends on these staples. Everywhere in the streets, bakeries, restaurants, and homes of Greece nowadays, you can find these kolorakia, or sesame bread rings. And these aren't quite rings, but you get the idea. And here are the sesame seeds out of which they're made, which we can easily find in fair trade and other shops. They're a main ingredient of my pasteli, which we can trace back to ancient Greek sesame and honey cakes mentioned by Homer, Herodotus, and others. Homer called them itrion, but pasteli is a modern Greek word adapted from the Italian, which reminds us that it's an item that you can find throughout the Mediterranean world as well as the Indian subcontinent and probably elsewhere. In any case, pasteli are rich in vitamin E, calcium, phosphorus, potassium, magnesium, and iron. Here's the ingredients. With the sesame, nuts, I use cashews, almonds, I ground them, shown here. First, you find a shallow pan and you cover it on the inside with something like parchment or silicone. I've used silicone to stop it from sticking. Then add 300 grams of honey. Greek honey is fabulous and, of course, the healthiest of sweeteners. You heat the honey until it becomes fluid in a saucepan. Then add the 300 grams then mix in the peanuts or the cashews, almonds, and 4 times the weight of sesame in a separate large skillet and cook for 3 to 4 minutes. Then you mix them in, pouring the warm honey over the mixture with nuts, and of course add salt and about a quarter teaspoon of the salt. There we are, adding the salt. And then you cook the mixture over medium heat without stirring. I'm stirring it at the beginning just to get it all together, but then you leave it alone until the honey obtains a golden brown color and it's completely absorbed. It takes about 10 minutes. And then spread it in your tray. You smooth the surface with a spoon or a spatula, allow the pan to cool at room temperature, and once it's cooled, you cut this pasteli into bars. Here I am with my pasteli, and I want to encourage you both to enjoy your snack, but also while you're eating it, remember that you're eating like a Homeric hero. Speaking of Homer, don't miss the Troy Beauty and Heroism exhibit, a spotlight loan from the British Museum at the Ur Museum from the 21st of September 2012. Thank you.